Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video we're going to go through the Forex market outlook. We're going to take a look at a few currency pairs of interest for the week ahead. So first of all, starting out on our strength and weakness table, we can see that the pound is still at -5, showing us that weakness. Now when the market gets into these sorts of areas, you want to be looking for either the downside to continue or look for those levels where price could potentially reverse from. Now pound US dollar is pushing down nicely and is potentially coming to a little bit of a previous structure point, so we'll take a look at that in a moment. Ozzy as well continued its strength. So last week we actually saw a little bit of weakness come back into the Australian dollar. That didn't continue into this week. We've seen a little bit of a boost to the upside. However, it's now back at +7s, showing that it's extremely strong, but again, it could also reverse. So for me, pound Aussie could be one of those currencies that really does hit a reversal this week. So I'm going to go take a little look at that if price is at a key level. The dollar lost some ground, and that's just because the dollar is in a bit of a range. And let's go take a look at that now. So if we look at the US dollar index here, we can see that price is predominantly in a range. We can see that last week or just the week before, price came back into that key area of resistance. It dropped back down into that supporting zone through here. Previous daily structure lows around about 99 and has bounced since. So if the market's going to remain in this range, I'd expect the dollar to come and retest up around about this 100.35 area and these recent highs around about the 15th of May. If I go down into the 4-hour time frame, we can see that price is also changed cycle. So we've got that nice high pattern in here, and if we expect the market to move to the upside, we can look at those minor areas of support and resistance. So if I look left here, we can see that we have this really nice structure point around about 99.57 where price found support breakthrough resistance really recently, and we have the recent breakout highs around about 99.50. So this zone in here would be ideal to look for some dollar long opportunities next week. Okay, so if price remains in the range, what I'm expecting is a retracement into the zone, then I move to the upside, heading towards these previous weekly highs. That goes the same for euro really. Just grab euro US dollar and go up to that daily time frame. You see that price remains within that range. It came up into those structure highs around about 109.78 or that 1.1 key psychological level. So price being at that structure point, we can expect to see price continued back down into that support zone there. So if I go down into the 4-hour time frame, we can see that price again has changed cyclicity. Those recent structure lows is all the way up here around about 109.52s. So if price rallies back up and retraces into this zone, we could look for a sell opportunity on euro US dollar back down to that 1.080 zone. Okay, next chart of interest is going to be the Australian dollar. Well, actually, let's go pound first. Go pound US dollar first. Pound and Aussie really on our watch list this week. We can see pound is continuing to the downside. It came up, it retested these daily structure lows through here and then started to bounce to the downside. So we're looking for price to come and retest these previous daily swing lows around about 1.2080. If price does that and we get a reversal signal from here, we could actually see pound reverse to the upside. Now pound's going to be a little bit tricky this week because there's meant to be some Brexit announcements coming out this week, and this week is meant to be where the EU and the UK come to some kind of deal. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens this week. So technically this is what we're looking for, but obviously with that fundamental uncertainty in play, we could see anything happen really on pound. So just be aware of that when you are trading pounds. So look for lower risk opportunities, but if price does come to these lows, bounces, then we are looking for potential reversal opportunities at that point. If I go into Aussie US dollar, we can see that Aussie is just continuing that uptrend. Price is still just stalling here though. You can see the impulses are not really catching on, in terms of they're not impulsing like they did back in April. We're just starting to slow down that momentum now. So looking for potential short opportunities here on Aussie into these structure lows here around about 6,400. If I just go down into the 4-hour time frame, you can see that that 4-hour structure has now broken. So you can see that the market has started to form lower lows and lower highs. So if price pulls back up into around about 65.50, you could look for a short opportunity on Aussie down, because like I said, we're looking for the fact that it's at that extreme area, and being at +7, and we're seeing that Aussie US dollar is actually breaking lower, we can expect to see short positions coming in around about this zone as well. So if we actually look left, you can see the market found resistance support really recently at that point. Final chart I'm going to take a look at is pound Australian dollar, because like I said, it's the major reversal currency for me. It's either going to continue this overall downtrend that we've been on for a long time, or we're going to start seeing those reversals coming into play. And we can see the market looks a little bit overextended where we're at the moment. In terms of key areas of support and resistance, it's not really at one. It's the only support I can really see is back in November 2019. So it's not really at a point of interest in terms of reversal setups. However, if I was looking at this in a structure play and I was looking for short opportunities, then I'd want price to retrace back up at this 1.9 level to look for further shorting opportunities. So that could give us a trading opportunity if the market changes this 4-hour cyclicity. So if we break through this structure high here, so it'd look a little bit like this. If price maybe double bottoms, breaks through structure, retraces, retests, and then heads up towards that 1.9, that's something we could be potentially looking for on pound Aussie going into next week. Obviously, again, be very careful with Brexit talks going on. It may be a little bit of one to just stay away from and watch how price action goes, or like I said, trade at a lower risk. Okay, but the predominant trade or the predominant trend is down. So you want to be looking for a complete reversal of the 4-hour trend before getting involved with this market. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this week's video update. If you did, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel for some more trading content, and I'll speak to you next week. Cheers.